Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. BF6 will be here by the end of this week, and I hope all of you are just as excited as I am. There are perhaps many of you who will be joining the series for the first time, so I wanted to provide a how-to video to help those who are new to the series. Now keep in mind, this is just an intro video, and I will not be able to cover everything. But don't worry, once the full game drops, I'll be dedicating much of my time working on tips, guides, and of course, weapon videos. I want to start off with something simple, and that's how to grind XP. I'm sure the game will have challenges to speed this process up, but what about just general gameplay? Here are some ways that you can maximize your XP per round. I find that playing Medic is easily one of my favorite ways to play Battlefield. It's a great way to support your team and gain some fantastic XP along the way. Reviving people is easy, but players tend to still make small mistakes while doing so. Try to smoke your teammate, or at the very least, charge your defibs all the way before zapping the downed ally. This just gives him the best possible chance of survival. Most medics will do just a quick zap on the defibs, and this leaves your teammate below half health, in which most cases, they're just gonna die instantly, and now you have cost your team another ticket. Also, while we are talking about the support class, don't be afraid to spam your ammo box. I see players just hold on to these the entire round and hardly ever throw them. The cooldown is low enough, even if you don't need ammo. Your random teammates running around could need some, and this just gives you free XP. Objective play. You always hear players screaming PTFO. Well, now I'm here to tell you to do the same thing. Play the fucking objective. I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I enjoy winning. So capturing flags is a great way to help your team with the win. Additionally, actions taken inside the capture zone usually add up to more XP with minimal effort. Literally just standing inside the objective area and you will earn more points across the board for any basic actions. For example, there is a flag defender bonus for killing an opponent on a flag you already own versus an attack bonus being applied to the enemy you killed while they own the flag site. While we're on the topic, people tend to forget killing is also a huge factor involving objective play. The enemy team isn't going to just invite you in for a cup of tea while you steal their flag. It's your job to remove the threat and take the position. Capturing a flag is one thing, but now it's time to apply pressure. One of my favorite ways to do this is by simply holding the W key and just killing every player I see. I know this is easier said than done, but from my experience, most Battlefield players lack basic awareness, so use this to your advantage. Treat the enemy team like a group of toddlers. 98% of players you interact with are just completely terrible at the game. And that's no fault to them. They're casual gamers. Most of us are, right? It's fine. I understand some of you might be out of your element when it comes to Battlefield, but I guarantee you don't need to lay prone on the ground the entire game. Don't be afraid to die in the game. Take risks. Go for crazy plays. Many players tend to just play scared, and this leads to them just not doing anything for a majority of the round. I'm not saying you need to endlessly run in the open and feed kills to the enemy team, but get those boots moving and get some kills. You can still be immersed while engaging in fast-paced gameplay. Trust me, I've been doing that for years, for thousands of hours across multiple titles and franchises. I have people all the time tell me, well, my aim isn't as good as yours. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, my aim is average. I don't play aim trainers. I just get home from work and I play the game. The only reason I can get away with some of my crazy plays is just by playing aggressively. Because the reality is, most players have no idea how to react to a Battlefield player who incorporates quality game mechanics into their gameplay. What's Battlefield without some vehicle action, right? Another great way to rack up some nice XP is just by playing around vehicles. You don't even need to drive the tank. Simply hang out in the gunner seat and clean up some easy kills as you sweep through objectives. If you want to take this to the next level, switch over to the engineer class. That way when the enemy starts dishing out damage, you can hop out to repair and continue gaining that sweet XP. Players struggling with kills should really take advantage of the vehicle turrets because many times you can spawn in, grab a few quick kills before returning to your normal gameplay. It costs you nothing, and you have everything to gain. Another tool that I find useful in every single round that you play is spotting. I don't know about y'all, but for me, the beta was very difficult to see enemies. So for most of my gunfights, I simply relied on the spotting feature. That little orange dot above the enemy's head was the only reason I was able to see anyone worth a damn. Is this a skill issue or perhaps a side effect of my aging old man eyes? Let me know in the comments below. Think about it though. Spotting benefits everyone on your team with a click of a button. Infantry now have the upper hand against the enemy troops. They can see them on the minimap, they can see them better like boots on the ground in front of you. Snipers can pinpoint targets from across the map. Pilots can easily navigate the crop that lie beneath them. They just see orange dots everywhere and they kill them and they die. On top of this, you will gain bonus XP or score for spotting assists. It's the ultimate team upgrade. It costs you nothing. Make sure to find a comfortable keybind for your spotting key when Battlefield 6 drops. Battlefield 6 should have a fresh mix of new game modes for me to cover post-launch, but for now, let's cover the basics. Conquest and Breakthrough. Let's start with Breakthrough since it's my preferred mode. It's very simple. There's an offense and a defense. The objective of the game mode is for the attacking team to push the front line forward until they conquer the map, while the defending team must reinforce and hold the line against the attackers. Similar to Rush, Breakthrough divides each map into a number of sectors, each usually containing 2 flags per sector. In this mode, Battlefield's giant maps are closed off one section at a time, so you get some really intense action. From my experience, Breakthrough leads to more shooting, less running. Funny enough, I actually hated Breakthrough in the Battlefield 6 beta. I ended up mostly playing Conquest. Now, let's be honest, everyone's experience will be different, so just play what you enjoy. I'll probably play a variety of different modes in Battlefield 6 because it seems like the maps are way better designed compared to 2042. Conquest is your standard Battlefield game mode, opening up the sandbox to its full potential. Battlefield maps are huge, right? Well, in Conquest, you get to see this firsthand, with the full map unlocked from the second you spawn in. Breakthrough has vehicles, sure, but Conquest takes it to a whole nother level, unlocking each team's full arsenal of vehicles to be deployed. Keep in mind, certain maps are designed for infantry gameplay, and there's just going to be less vehicles on those maps. While you should still take the mode seriously and go for the win, typically Conquest lobbies are more laid back. Snipers sitting at each team's base, going for 1,000-meter headshots, ground vehicles pushing the front lines randomly, and jets doing flyovers and dogfights, all while you're just trying to run towards a flag. Things can get pretty hectic, but hey, that's what makes this experience so special. Let's talk real quick about sniping. Sniping can be a fun time. Chilling in the back of the map, going for 500-meter headshots. I get it. You're immersed, you're having fun, that's great. I simply would ask that you do this in Conquest compared to Breakthrough. Conquest allows for those giant Battlefield moments we all know and love. The lobbies are generally more relaxed and open to players doing whatever they want. Breakthrough is more concentrated gunfights, and while sniping does have a place in Breakthrough, most players, including myself, can greatly benefit the team by engaging in closer combat situations. In all fairness, use whatever guns you want. I just would like to say that if you're sniping, just do your best to bring value to your team. What about the class system? The class system for BF6 is going back to its usual form of 4 classes. But of course, there is a twist. Training paths. Each class offers 2 distinct training paths that you can choose from when customizing your loadout. Training paths are structured into 3 levels. Level 0 is a passive benefit that is available as soon as you select it. Level 1 and 2 will provide an enhanced benefit aimed at improving your role, your class role, I should say. And level 3 is a one-time use ability that you manually activate once level 3 is reached. From my experience in the beta, you typically get 1 use out of your level 3 gadget. So an example of this would be the UAV call-in for the Recon class. Once you activate the level 3 gadget, you are reset back to level 2 and you are able to re-earn your level 3 gadget again. Each training path is reset at the start of each round. So once BF6 drops, I will provide some gameplay from each class and each training path, and then maybe even some guides if that's something that y'all would enjoy. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the video for me today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to check out today's video. Hopefully y'all found this video useful and maybe even learned a thing or two. Once the game drops, I will be consistently uploading gameplays from stream and experimenting with classes, weapons, and vehicles. If any of this content interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on post notifications. That way you never miss an upload. The gaming drought is almost over, ladies and gentlemen. Battlefield 6 is here to save us. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.